Okay. Imagine you're conducting an autopsy on a patient that is diagnosed with HIV and hepatitis B positive. And about 6 hours into the procedure, you feel fatigued, you drop your scalpel, and you cut yourself, and you may be infected. I am Dr. Sam Bhatia. I'm an employee at Creighton University Department of Pathology and the VA Medical Center Department of Pathology. I'm the CEO of Guru.m4v, and we analyze problems like the one I just mentioned, and we develop innovative, cost-effective medical devices that help these types of problems. My company is broken up into two different wings: the innovations and the instruments. Innovations is where we analyze the problem, we build prototypes, and we validate these prototypes through some testing. And after that, it goes to the second wing of the company, which is Guru Instruments. That's where we actually find a cost-effective manufacturer. And currently, these products, the products that we're going to discuss tonight, are manufactured in the US. After we find a manufacturer, we find a distributor, and we find or the buyer. So next slide. Oh, I'm going to introduce Eric now. He's going to talk about the agenda for tonight.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we've got some good information to share with you, and I'm also going to let you know who's covering that information and a little bit about them. First off, I'm going to go ahead and cover the concept and the market size. Then I will be followed by Shannon, who is a pharmacy student. Then she will be followed by Chris, who is an economics student. He'll be covering the marketing and operations. And then Mark, who is our physics student, he will cover the milestones and projected cash flow. Then we'll take it back to Sam. And again, my name's Eric, and I'm with the Warner Institute at the Creighton Law School. Next slide, please. This is just one example of product lines that we could have coming out of Guru Instruments. And in fact, we have already signed 3 contracts for providing these sorts of grips. The benefit of these grips, they're non-slip, they're disposable, and they're ergonomically pleasing. You'll also notice that the scalpel grips, they actually work for both the size 60 and the size 70 scalpel blade grip. Now the nice thing about that is those are the 2 most widely sold and utilized surgical scalpel grips in the entire world. We also have plastic forceps grips that can be utilized as well, but we figured that this was a nice starting point. This is a nice initial product line for us to launch, and we've had some traction with it already. Next slide, please. The market size. No sense in doing it if there's not an addressable market. We have a nice market to look at, projecting approximately 10 to 25% market penetration, and looking at all the surgical procedures and the non-surgical procedures conducted just in the US domestic market. We estimate that in the pathology market, we could achieve $28.5 million. In the, I'm sorry, that's an addressable market. The sterile surgical market, there's an opportunity to chip away at over $31 million. And then finally, everybody likes to take care of their 4-legged and beaked friends, so we've looked at entering into the veterinarian market. And that gives us a total market size of $79.5 million. That's excellent. It's a great start for our first product line. Thank you.
So you might be asking yourself, why Guru? Why would I purchase these products from Guru Instruments? And we have done our research as far as some of the competitors who we've found out there, and we have found that we excel above these competitors in 2 key areas, one being novelty, and the second being our low cost. Now when I say novelty, I really mean novelty. This is the very first product of this kind on the market right now. These competitors, this chart, as you can see, Bradshaw Medical, Minnesota Rubber and Plastics, and Teleflex are all very similar companies, and they manufacture and distribute very heavy-duty orthopedic surgical procedural devices, medical devices. And as part of their company, they also have the capacity to make custom grips for any medical device. The problem, though, when we called Minnesota Rubber and Plastics to get a price quote, was that for every custom grip they make, they are required to make a tool or a mold for that grip. And these tools are $15,000 each. On top of that, they charge $43 per custom grip they make, which, as you can see, is an astronomical cost. Guru, on the other hand, has made grips that slide on, slide off to scalpel handles, forceps handles, and they run at $15 for the plastic vinyl, $7 for the foam scalpel handle grip, and $10 for the forceps grips. And these are the retail prices currently being offered by our established distributor, Mopec. As far as IP is concerned, we've done our research there as well. We've looked at patents, and we are not infringing. As I said, this is a novel product. There's nothing out there like it. We also have decided that protection is not necessary at this time for this sort of a product, and our game plan from day one was to be first to market, establish a brand, establish a presence, which we've done, and we have been using Mopec to distribute these products. We've also looked into the FDA for regulations for when we enter the sterile surgical market. We've found that these products are a Class 1 device, and so no 510K or pre-market notification will be required to file. I'll now turn it over to Chris, who will be talking to you a little bit more about our marketing.
Thanks, Shannon. Now, of all the strengths of Guru Industries, one that makes us extremely viable is our strategic marketing and distribution plan. A cornerstone of our marketing and distribution plan lies with our relationship with our distributor, Mopec Incorporated. Mopec serves as an established distributor in the field of medical devices and serves as our in into the market to make our marketing much easier. Mopec not only provides us with valuable connections to these customers, but also provides us with superior advertising techniques, such as informational flyers and pamphlets, an example of which can be seen here, and access to their marketing reps as well. On our end, we here at Guru Industries have also been working to further our marketing campaign as well, with the development of our fully operative interactive website, which can be found at guruinstruments.com. This website allows our consumers to have access to important information about the company, such as information on the background of the company, its mission, as well as a list of its products. However, what is probably most important about this website is not only the ability for our consumers to contact us via the Contact Us function, but also the ability to make direct sales. This allows us to incur higher profit margins. Now, in order to address the very difficult step of market entry, we can take a look at what Guru has already accomplished and the traction that we already have. As you can see here, Guru Instruments has already landed 3 solid contracts of 1,000, 500, and 1,000 units respectively. Keep in mind that these first 3 contracts, along with a 4th contract to establish a prototype development program with another external customer, have only come in the first 6 months on a part-time basis, with lots more products in the works as well. When looking at the operations of the company, Guru Instruments so far has worked as a client of the Halo Institute, making use of its 6 to 9 months of free rent in the facility. However, once this time period is up, we plan to be leasing the facility at a market rate in order to continue our operations. In order to ensure that we stay productive and can solidify our company, we move from the initial startup team, which includes Dr. Sam Bhatia, our CEO, with the assistance of an intern, preferably one from the Bioscience Entrepreneurship or Professional Science Medicine program, to a more solid team, which includes a manufacturing and marketing specialist, as well as a website developer. Now, in order to talk more about our financials, I'm going to hand it over to Mark.
Thank you, Chris. I'd like to talk to you about what Guru has already accomplished and what it hopes to accomplish in the near future. The first graphic displayed here shows the milestones we've already accomplished in our first 6 months of existence or so. Where at the beginning, Guru was just a thought in the mind of our inventor while he sat in the first class of the Bioscience Entrepreneurship program. Since then, he's not only created a prototype, he's found a manufacturer, he has found a distributor, and most importantly, as Chris mentioned, has already made a large sale with that distributor. So as you can see, within the first 6 months, keep in mind he was doing this while maintaining his full employment positions at Creighton Medical and the VA system. You see that Guru's birth has been an explosive and rapidly expanding process. But where does that expansion take us into the future? Here you can see the milestones which we hope to accomplish in the first 2.5 to 3 years of operations. And there are 3 focal points I would like to draw your attention to. The first is that, as you can see, around year 1, we hope to move from the initial startup team of the inventor and an intern into the more specialized team, which Chris just mentioned. Bringing in this team is a sign of solidifying the company and making it more permanent in the industry. The second focal point are the marks labeled as outside sales. Guru has already made agreements and contracts with a few outside inventors to distribute and sell their products. We believe that in the first year, we will have maybe 1 or 2 of these products hitting the market through us. The third focal point is by far the most important, and that is, you can see at 6 to 9 month intervals from now, Guru will be releasing new internal product lines and eventually internal patented product lines. Now, these products are the ideas still sitting up in the brain of our inventor or on the proto-shelf table in the back, and their incremental release is very key to our initial success. Also, the eventual release of patented products is very key to our long-term success. Now, you may be wondering, what does this incremental release of products look like financially? So let's take a look. As you can see here, we have the cash flow projections for about the first year of operations. We have 3 trend lines. The top gives us our cumulative revenues, the bottom gives us our cumulative costs, and the middle our cumulative total of revenue minus costs. You'll also notice that there are 3 large jumps at the beginning, middle, and end. Each of these jumps correlate to a release of a new product line, where at the end you can see that product 1 and 3 are both sold simultaneously. Now, as time progresses, you'll notice that both our revenue and our costs increase, but the revenue increase faster. This is because each new product is more sophisticated and therefore more expensive to manufacture than the previous product, but the profit margins for each one of these new products is also much greater. Thus, as time moves on, we have a very positive growth which will only increase. And this is due to the fact that as more of these product lines are released, the growth trend will also continue to go upwards. Now, to talk to you more about the future, I'm going to hand it back over to our inventor, Sam Bhatia.
So the future of Guru is bright. You have me, the CEO, who's determined to make this company a success. We have, like Mark said, more sophisticated products coming up in the product line. And we have clients knocking on the door that want to use this proven business model. Next slide. Every product has risks. We know what our risks are for this product, and we are currently managing them. So what we need from you, the investor, we need, I can't do this on my own anymore. I need a team of professionals. And so we're asking for $150,000 for the salary for these professionals, and then another $50,000 for materials and the lease that I'm about to start paying. And total is $200,000, and our goal is to pay back $600,000 in 3 years. So it's a fairly good return. Our other goal is tonight that everyone gets 3 samples of the forceps grips, and we want you guys to keep 1 for yourself, give 1 to your dentist, and give 1 to a doctor that you know. So if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them at the poster after this presentation. Thank you.